Sulu's reputation as a no-man's land is due to its tumultuous history of conflict between Muslim separatists and government troops. It is the least visited Philippine territory and remains as one of the few corners on Earth untraveled and not completely explored. To outsiders, Sulu is veiled by a mystery. I wanted to experience the world behind the shroud. Taking a great photograph entails many things, but the most important is to make the effort and be there where things are happening. Part of the attraction of Sulu is its unpredictability, that anything can happen anytime. Just being in Sulu opened up a lot of possibilities. I needed to be there to capture the power and energy of the place. Photographs have documentary significance and of extreme value for Sulu, which has very little of its culture and heritage on record. I came to freeze moments in a frame and collect portraits and stories of a people and their celebrations and rites of passage, hopefully to capture their essence and to see if these portrayals will endure over time. I had traveled to other remote islands in the Philippines, but it was only here that I could not move around unescorted. Everywhere I went, whether to the islets or around the main island of Jolo, a team of uniformed special forces were risking their own lives to ensure that my safety and well-being were secured. I made new friends who accompanied me on my journeys. I attempted to meet and to talk to the locals while being escorted around. And my meanderings somehow led me to some of the finest traditional weavers who worked their looms, blacksmiths who forged blades, and artisans who embroidered textiles. I conversed equally with imams, sultans, and scholars. I attended social gatherings, observed religious practices, and caught musical performances, up close or from a distance. The pearl, the kite, the pistiabit, the kalis. I was soon to learn more about Sulu's enduring icons and appreciate their deeper significance. In places you know nothing about, every turn leads to a discovery. Behind every door is a revelation. The unexpected provides fresh takes. Sulu was beyond beautiful in all her quiet majesty and mystery, casting a subtle spell that for a moment brought me 7 centuries past, when Arab missionaries first laid eyes on her and introduced her people, the proud Lupah Sug, to Islam. In pre-Hispanic times, it was through the passages for travel and trade that Islam reached the southernmost shores, pioneered by Sheikh Karim ul Maktoum in 1380. Unlike their Spanish counterparts, who came more than 100 years later, the Muslim missionaries did not come to colonize, subjugate, or claim resources for a motherland across the sea. They only brought with them this faith in one God, Allah, the teachings of Muhammad, and the tenets of Islam. Holo had a dreamlike quality. Between earth and sky, above a patchwork of rusty tin roofs in the capital, the profile of a mosque that survived the burning of a city in the 1970s, Masjid Tulay, stood quietly with its round dome and crescent moon at the center of 4 towering pillars. It was the largest mosque in the Philippines until recently. Since it was established in 1884, it had been the home of worshippers from all walks of life. Beneath its Moorish architectural design, Islamic teachings and way of life are propagated. The call to prayer reverberates from loudspeakers on minarets, rising above the bustle of the city, summoning everyone within hearing distance to the higher purpose of worship. Five times a day throughout Sulu, after ablution and ceremonial cleansing, ritual prayers are offered and expressed in the observed movements of submission and devotion. At sunrise, noon, mid-afternoon, sunset, and after nightfall, every Muslim, their heads covered by a cap or veil, perform ritual protestations towards Mecca. In prayer, there is the promise of eventual harmony from discord. Rituals abound in any society to commemorate times passing and to mark the stages of life. Rituals have the power to transform those who participate in them. These activities facilitate a conversion, a change in status, transitioning one from a state of indeterminacy to permanence and completion. Throughout his entire life, from birth to death, certain traditions accompany the Lupah Sug, governing all aspects of his existence. The pagunting, a Thanksgiving ritual, is one of these customs. The pagunting ceremony is held when the child is between a week to a month old. Attired in the best garments, the child is brought to awaiting imams, huddled in a circle. A candle is lit to start the rites. Verses from the Quran are read.
وأتاه في سلي وسابي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى له تعالى ونا إني يسار ابن المري فعلا
A tuft of hair is cut just above the forehead and is set aside for safekeeping.
تعالى مهلكين رؤوسكم ومكسرين ولا تهاب ولا تهب بسم الله قال الله تعالى مهلكين رؤوسكم ومكسرين ولا تهاب ولا تهب بسم الله الله أكبر.
The child's mouth is smeared with sugar or honey. In the Quran, honey is mentioned to possess health benefits. The pagunting is believed to be a reflection of the acts of the angel Gabriel towards the Prophet Muhammad on the day he was born. The pagunting is a sensory experience. All the elements, the gestures, the scent of smoke, and the words uttered contribute to the deepening of the awareness and understanding of what the ceremony signifies, and completely immerse a newly born child in the essence of Islam.
Islam is derived from the root word salam, which means peace. It is also derived from the root word serve, which means submission. There can be no peace without submission to the will of Allah.
Like Masjid Tulay, the mosque that stands at the heart of Hulu, Islam is firmly entrenched at the center of the lives of the Lupah Sug and Suluwanons. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. The Shahada is a profession of faith.